I don't know why it does that. I really don't know why it does that sometimes. But that's okay. I should be up and running. Let's see. Hold on. Yes. I see an excellent connection. Chats appear to be working. Sensational. I'm just posting in different places, so not that anybody's here, I was going to say, so bear with me, but there's nobody to bear with me because there's nobody here right now. I assume the alerts must be working because people do seem to pop on here, and I think it has to be because they're seeing some kind of notification. I'm going to move my keyboard over here where it's out of the way. There we are. Post in 2 more places really quick, and I remembered to actually put the right screen up this time. Amazing.
Got mail.
Whoa, okay, well that was really loud on the mic because that was the alert telling me I'm live, which I appreciate, but I already knew. It's okay though. Tells me it's working. That's how I know it's working. Okay. Dang. Done. I don't know what I just said dang for some reason. I think I meant to say thanks and I kind of trailed off. I'm gonna drink of water. Okay. You know, that's a good idea. I see other people do this. Let me say, hello, folks. It's a good way to make sure the chat is actually working. There it is. Good. It tells me that chat is working. We'll paste this down here. Let's see if it shows up. Hello, folks. Excellent. Okay. It appears everything is working, so I'm going to give this a minute or so because people do show up. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait and see if anybody comes in. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can see. Doesn't appear so. Is that? No, doesn't seem to allow you to have. Yeah, that's interesting. That it doesn't seem to allow you to have both. Well, I guess that sort of makes sense. I don't know if there's a way to add that. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if people show up from Twitch, then they'll say hello, I assume. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. Really not. I'm not going to get really hung up on that. And participants. No, it does say that. Okay. Everything looks okay there. So, where are we at here? 3 minutes? Okay. Let's get started here. So I'm going to do this. Got a little intro thing happening. Go do something a little different. Well, not really different in terms of the stream. As you can see here, I have turned the iPad sideways. So you get a little bit more real estate that you can see, especially if I zoom way in. You get a lot more here so that it's a little bit more for you to see on the stream here. I'm not going to worry about the Walkman being there. I don't think it's... Oh, you know what I can do? I can make that Walkman slightly smaller. I don't really think it matters. I don't think it's going to really obstruct anything. But I'll shrink it down a little bit just so it's out of the way. Ooh, 43 by 43. Very nice. There we go. That's better. Okay. Yeah, we're fine now. Okay. All right, perfect. So let's get going here. People show up. They show up. So I was... You know what I'm going to do? Since I have a second, since nobody's here, this is only going to take me a minute. I'm going to turn the fan on. It is a bit warm in here. So I'm going to turn this fan on. There we are. I was in a Discord the other day, as I generally am, because I spend my day, as I think a lot of us do now, in Discords of various types. I don't participate in all of them all the time. That would be exhausting. But I was in one, and I was talking about the fact that I do these dead media images. And somebody said, oh, you should do one on the Minidisc. I've just now realized that one of my Minidiscs is... Well, I guess that's... No, actually, that's fine. Somebody said, well, why'd you do the Minidisc? That's a good one. I mean, it's practically dead, which it sort of is. Hold on, sorry. I realized I didn't group my stuff very well. That's the actual Minidisc itself. So let me turn this one off and this one off, and Let me group. You know, and there's a thing that occurred to me, which is that the mini discs are in fact transparent. So you would probably see the actually, they're not all transparent. Hold on, let me look at something. Actually, I say that, but I don't. I think there were actually colored mini discs, and I think I am going to do that because I think it'll be interesting to see colored. Oh, I typed that all wrong. I'm just looking up quickly because the one that I used as a reference image was clear, but I don't believe they all were. No, they definitely have. There are definitely ones with color to them, which I kind of like. I think I'm going to use the color thing. And I'm looking for an image of somebody holding one because I don't actually have mini discs. Yeah, here's somebody holding one, and even though that one looks clear, it's really not clear. It's like a shadow behind it. So I'm not going to worry about that. I was sitting there going, oh, I guess I have to draw the fingers behind it because to the reference image that I made, for all intents and purposes, is I cut a piece of cardboard the size of a mini disc and then took a picture of my hand holding it so that I could get the proportions right. And then I found an image of a mini disc and basically replicated it without all the details. These are way less detailed than a real mini disc is, but you don't need all that. And so I don't have mini discs. I want to see my fingers, but from the pictures I just looked at, you can see like vague shadows. So maybe I'll put those in there if I feel like it, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. So let's turn off these mini discs and let's see. Sorry, pardon me. I think that's bone. I believe this is bone as well, so we can merge. Actually, you know what? I don't need to merge them yet. I'm going to call this... Did I not hit rename? Okay. Bones 1. Rename. Bones 2. What's this? Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, I guess there's 3. I didn't realize I did 3 of them. Bones 3. Okay. You know what? Let me pop this back up here so I can see if somebody chats something. I don't think anybody's going to show up, but that's okay. What do we got here? This is, that is shadows, or whatever I'm going to call them. Okay. Shadows can move way down. I can go above mini disc though. What's this? That is a finger. That is a finger. That's thumbnail. And that's the hand. That is... Okay, so basically we'll say hand 1 and hand 2. And this is a fingernail. So I'll call it hand 3. I don't really care. I don't need to be that specific. It's not going to matter for this. We'll say hand 4. Okay. And this will be hand 5. Okay, so we have our hands. Shadows can be turned off for now. Bones can be turned off for now. This is like muscles. So we'll just say subdermal. Just meaning everything under the skin. Subdermal. Real easy word. Okay, yeah, so there's the fingers without the main disc. So let's start with the mini disc itself. Let's draw those first. Because actually I think that's going to be the fun part, is drawing the mini discs. For me, I like, even though I'm not good at technical drawing, like I can't do it the way real technical illustrators can, I like drawing stuff like this. It's fun. So let's go ahead and let's combine all of this, all of it, into a group we'll call sketches. Okay, so that's that. All right. Now above that is where we're going to put our ink layer. Not really ink, of course. This is all synthetic or faux, whatever word you want to use. What's the size on that guy? I think I always go to 10. 10 is like my go-to because that gives me 2 levels. Then I can go to like 8 and 5 or even lower for detail work. All right, so let's start with this. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. What I could do, and it might be easier to do it this way, just because, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of doing this one, I'm going to duplicate this entire group, okay? Turn this group off. Flatten this group, and that gives me basically a symmetrical, or a flat, there's something on the iPad. Little piece of lint or something. I like this better as a starting point because this way I can do things with using some of the assisted drawing stuff, which I'm going to need because doing straight lines like this is not. I mean, I could do it, but I couldn't do it the way I want to do it. So let's start off. We got a layer here. Nope, I did not. There we go. So let's start right here, and we'll just start with this curve right there. And see, by doing it like this, where it's on the flat plane, where it's, you know, like at 90-degree angles or whatever you want to call it, I can do this. I can move this over, and it's nice and even. See, I can keep everything evenly done, which just is easier for me. All right, so then I'll go up a layer. Let's do this small corner down here. We're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to make a nice little U-bend. Or not U-bend. I don't know what the C-bend? I don't know what that would be called. We duplicate it. We flip it. We move it to here. And we just keep it nice and aligned like that. And that should then allow me to go to my canvas. Excellent. So that is so if I do a new layer and I do assist, right? Now, because I've done that stuff ahead of time, I can basically take this and bring this line right up there. And that's a little off, but I can fix that, and that's not quite right either. So let's base it on this one here. Nope, missed it. See, this is the tricky bit of doing this. Although, you know what? I can do it this way. I can do it this way. This is fine. Nope, missed it. Have to get it right. Actually, you know what? I did this backwards. What I should have done... Actually, it really doesn't matter, I guess. If I go here... it's going to be tough to get it. Because I'm drawing it a weird way, so... Okay, there we go. Bring it down. Right there. Perfect. Now that's gotta, I mean, that's not right. So what I gotta do is, oh, it's just that? Okay, well, I can just erase that. It blotched it on the top. That's okay, though. Turn the assist back on. Fixing that is really easy. Then I can just come in here and... I say that. Famous last words. Yeah, that's okay. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, this is what I get for saying, oh, it's just as easy as doing this. It's never that easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this out and wipe that out. In fact, I'm going to wipe all this stuff out. This is how we have to start this. This is how it has to be done. I should have done this from the beginning. And of course, I think this is how I did it when I did the sketch of it. And forgotten the time between then and now. So we're going to do this line, right? Whoops. And then I'm going to do a duplicate on that line. I'm going to move it over. Line that up. There we are. Perfect. Then we're going to do the lines down here. Right, so we're going to do this line right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that line. Do a flip vertical. Whoa, hey, how you doing? There we go. Okay, which I think is there, right? Sorry, I just bumped the mic. Did not intend to, but I don't need all that. Okay, so now I have my four corners, right? So that's the four corners of the mini disc itself. And then I need to do a very small, even though I didn't do this in the sketch, I know I want to do it. So where's assist? I just want to do a small lip. We're going to knock this down to 8. And we're going to do a very, very slight lip. Whoop, got to go to actual pen there, buddy. Lip right there. And just to make this easy to line up, I'm going to do that. You can't see that. That's okay. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to do a flip. Or no, sorry. Not a flip. Whoa. Why did it not... Interesting. Hold on a minute. That should have... Oh, no, because this top part has to line up. Let's see. Does that look right? No. No. I tried to be smarter than I should have been. So, there we go. Put that there. I don't know. There are times where I sit there and go, oh, yeah, you're really smart. No, you're not. No. Not nearly as smart as I like to think I am. So we just do that. Now I can basically do this. And do, nope, you gotta do a rotate. And then line these up. Wow, no, that doesn't look right either. I am an idiot. Okay. Why is it not working? Oh, I know why. I got it. It took me a second to remember what I gotta do. I keep forgetting I have to make a perfect circle. Right? All this just to have this be symmetrical when I guarantee nobody will ever care. Nobody who ever sees this is going to care that I did this. But that's not how my brain works, so I have to do it this way. That looks pretty even to me. So now, if I merge this down, and I duplicate it, okay? And then I do a rotative canvas, and now I line these up. We should arrive at, why are these not lining up? I don't know why these are being so difficult about lining up. So we'll just do a difference layer. No, come on. Okay, do a difference layer. Hi, why can't I see it? What is going on with this thing? Why is this being so difficult tonight? Usually it's not this bad. Not where I have these kind of problems. There we go. Okay. Usually it is not fighting me this much. Oh, well, that's my fault. I know what that is. I mean, it really usually is not like this. I did this earlier today, had no problems. But that's what happens when you go and you put it on a stream. See, because that's not even. I don't know why this thing is fighting me so much. You know what, though? It's not going to matter. It really doesn't matter. Again, nobody's going to actually care about this. Okay, got it. That's close enough. It's close enough I'm not doing it again. Let's put it that way. So, now, go back to 10. Oh. Wait, did I go to the... No. Why did it jump all the way? I must have hit it with my finger. 10. Then we just do a nice line like this. And we wait. And there we go. Duplicate. Do a horizontal flip. And all I got to do is line it up. With the other one, there's a little bit of finessing maybe. No. That looks... Hold on, let me turn the sketches off. Let's see. It's a little bit off. Is it a little bit off because... Is the other one off? Let me look. It is a bit. But you know what? It's not. It's fine. This one here, I can just shave it a little bit. Am I on the wrong layer again? No, why is it not? This thing is really picky about things sometimes. There we go. Okay. So we shave that a bit. Go ahead and merge that down. Now on the big lines, we'll turn off the assist. Don't need that. Don't need the assist right now. Turn all the assists off. Find this one. There it is. Let's grab this and let's go ahead and cut that so it fits there. And we'll shade that so it fits there. Let's see. Is this one? Yep. Here we are. Perfect. Very good. Now we got to come down here. And we have to join these sides up. I don't know why that's like that, but it's also not a big deal to me. I'm not gonna let it bother me. These are meant to be fun. They don't have to be perfect. Especially like this. This is not exactly a still life, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a zombie hand holding a bloody mini disc. I don't think I have to worry about it that much. It'll be fine. It'll all work out. There we go. So maybe a little more effort than normally would have to go into this, but it got there. We got where we needed to be. I don't have to shave those lines because they're fine. So let's those stay where they are. I'm gonna move this down though. Whoa, okay, I didn't want to group them. I mean it doesn't matter, but yeah, we can all right, so let's do a new layer down here, a base layer. This will be the mini disc itself. Well, the inner ring will be the mini disc itself. The outer ring, let's drop it down to 8 to match the other ones because we're now on an inner track. And let's trace this. All right. Can't see it, but, you know, close enough. Shouldn't really matter. Keep coming. As long as I'm close with this, we should be fine. There we are. And let's do a circle of that. Looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, I think we're okay. Do another new layer. We'll turn the assist back on. Now, let's do a line going like that. A line going like that. And that's our inner, whatever those are called on a mini disc. I have no idea. I just know they're there. Like a little gap track or something. We can shade. Oh, go back to painting for this. I can have a larger brush. We can shade this down. And we don't need it on this side at all. It's only meant to be at the bottom there. So we do that. And this. And then we come to, where's the other one? Oh, it was both of them. That. That. Okay. Okay. Nothing in the chat. Okay, just checking. Just making sure. Just gotta check. Make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so now the circle. Now this is where it might get interesting. Not interesting. It's just, you know, be a little careful. I say it like, oh, this is where things might get interesting. They're not really going to get that interesting. I just have to make sure I don't erase too much. That's what's interesting. Don't erase too much. How fascinating. Right? Not that big a deal. All right, cut that. All right, come over here and shave that out. Now I can go back to my painting and we can cut all of that out because, again, this is not the disc. This is essentially the little indentation or area of the disc where it sits. Now we can finally address these other lines. This one. Whoop. All right. And this one. Boop. All right. Then come to the other side. Grab this guy. Okay. And that one. And now I can merge those down. Should be able to cut this as well. I do have to be a little careful with this one. Don't want to go too far. There we are. I mean, there is going to be a line there from the other thing, but still. See, that's why you got to be careful. I want to cut it pretty evenly. So, got to be a little careful with it. Just do not erase too much. See, and now we have our little indent right there. Yep. Come up to here. Oh, different layer, I assume. Where are you? Above. Of course you are. Of course it's above. Would have been too easy if it was the one underneath, because that's where I went. Okay. Let's make that nice and even. There we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. All right. And there we are. There's our indent. Very nice. Very nice. Now we got to do our inner disc. So this is the actual mini disc. So I'm going to thicken the line back up to 10 again, since we're now talking about the mini disc. And we'll do the outline of the mini disc itself. And I'll just go nice and easy going along this line here. And just keep going, keep going. And again, the nice part about Procreate, if you've never used it or you're going to start using it, is these little variations in my line, which if I was doing this on actual paper, I would use a compass. But on Procreate, all you got to do is join back up to your line. Wait a minute. Do that. And it defaults to an ellipse because technically it is an ellipse. It's not even. And all I have to do is say circle. Once you do that, it converts it to a circle for you. You just got to check to make sure that the circle is even within the space, which it kind of is. So we're good. So that's the mini disc part. Now you can't really tell the difference in thickness like this, but you can see it there. See? It's subtle, but it is there. And I'm going to go one size smaller for the inner, these circles and all this stuff here, and then the inner kind of like shininess. All that'll be on smaller lines too. Okay, so now we're going to go to our inner circles. Now the one thing I have to look at, which I don't remember, is let me pull up a web browser quickly. I should have said quickly. Minidisc. Okay, Minidisc. I just want to look at something here because there's lots of really good. I think this is actually the image I use as my basis. So okay, so essentially, It's a disc all the way through to that center point, which is metal. Okay, that's what I wanted to verify. Just want to check. That's what I thought. Just making sure there wasn't anything, any inner lines I got to worry about. There aren't, not for this. So we're on our new layer, 44, right? This is its own layer, correct? It is. Let's go with this circle right here. Still only going to use 10 because it's still a mini disc. Still the actual disc itself. Bring it around, join that up. Give that a second and circle that. I mean, that's... I might have to readjust some of these for evenness, but that's pretty good. There it is. Not bad. Now, you may be asking, why not just duplicate the layer and make it small? Well, I'll show you, actually. I'll show you why I don't do that. Now, watch. This will probably be fine. But let's say I was oh, this is easier. Why redraw when I can just do this? This is a lot easier. Why not just do that? Actually, you know what? That figures. The line's pretty clean. Sometimes Procreate will, and I'm sure it depends on how much you do it, but it will distort the edges. So you can't do that. Actually, I might do it on this one. Let's try it. You can't do it too much, I found, or it really starts to distort what the circle looks like, which I don't like. The edges start to soften. No, that one's okay too. Well, we'll see how far down. Now, the only problem is that's probably shrinking the actual... I'm not going to do that for this one, because I think it's going to start shrinking the actual line weight too. I mean, that would make sense, that it would start to make the line weight thinner, and I want to keep the line weight pretty consistent, so we'll just go ahead and... That's fine. I mean, whatever. This is not difficult. It's literally just following a line. See? It cleans that up so well. It's so nice. Like I said, if I was doing this on pen and paper, I would use a compass. Now, see, I think it did. See, I think it did. Yeah, see, it slightly thinned that line out. But at the scale this is going to be, I don't care. That's okay. It's not going to have a material impact on it. And it gives a little bit of line weight variation, so let's just pretend it was on purpose. How about we pretend I did that on purpose? I didn't, you know that. You people watching the stream, live or later, you're going to know I didn't do it on purpose. It doesn't matter. All right, last circle for here, for this. Do this circle. Bang. Let's get that centered. Okay, that looks pretty good. So there's our mini disc circles. Now, what weight am I at? 8 or 10? Back to 10. I have to do the metal clasp, which is this here. So let's go ahead and the rest of them I can actually go ahead and, are they even? Let me turn this off and make sure these are even. That one does not look even to me. This one doesn't look right. Looks slightly off. Let me see. No, it looks... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me. No, that one doesn't look right either. Hold on. Oh, well. No, okay, it's alright. It's alright. I guess it's fine. Okay. I wasn't sure, but that's why you look. So we can go ahead and push... Actually, no, turn that off. Let me make sure this one right. Yep, that one's okay. I might as well just check them all right here. Oh, no, come on, stay there. There, that looks right. Okay, so we merge down, we merge down, we merge down, just to save myself on layers. Merge down, because I don't have infinite layers at this size. That's the mini disc itself, perfect. All right, now let's do the metal clasp on the inside. So we will go above the mini disc itself. We'll go ahead and turn on that assisted layer. And we will draw right there, and we will draw, well, let's replicate. Let's duplicate it so that we keep it even, so that the lines are at the same distance, like that, and we'll put that right there. That's not as important. That's okay. And since I'm already here, let's do another one, and let's put that one right there, and we'll do another one. Actually, yeah, that's a great idea. Is it? Is that a great idea? Hold on. Hold on. I may have had a good idea. That should be on my tombstone. He may have had a good idea. Probably didn't, but he might have had a good idea. All right. Okay, let's do a vertical flip. Okay, perfect. See, and as long as that's close to being right, I don't really... Well, let's see. Hold on. Let me look at this really quick. It's showing this one is basically like right on the line like that. I don't... actually, that's true. I can center this after the fact. I'm worrying too much about this. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a... Let's turn the mini disc off so I can have better visibility on this. And let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, that'll work. And then let's do a new layer without any assist on it. And we'll put the curve in. Oof, that's not a good curve. It does not look curvy enough to me. Jeez, I'm really screwing that first curve up. And that's too much. Oh, you know, maybe I'm overthinking it. I probably am. Okay. And... yeah, you know what? That's fine. Again, I am overthinking this. For something that's not going to even be that big. In terms of what you're going to see, it's not going to be that big. Which isn't to say it doesn't matter. It's just I'm making it matter too much. Oh, that's not right at all. Turn the freeform off. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Doesn't reach. Interesting. Huh, I would have thought those would be even. Doesn't matter. Merge down. Go to the old assist. Bring the pen up. And we'll just do this. Yeah, not like that though. It's got to look even. There it is. Got it. All right, so now let's go ahead and combine all these together. So we have one layer. We'll turn off the assistant. Now this has to be basically halfway. Right, that's it right there. Got it. I figured it was going to be pretty close, but that's the way to line it up. So that's done. All right, let's go ahead and just scrub these out. Okay. There we are. And we have to, of course, obscure the mini disc underneath, but not yet. Actually, yes, we can do it. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and put a mask onto that. There we are. Go to our fill. This we can use a big brush for because... actually, I can use a paintbrush for it. This does not require quite the same level of precision. Why is it doing that? Why is the mask not... Am I not on true black? I'm not on true black. Wow. Interesting. So I haven't been on true black this whole time? Okay, hold on. I gotta zero all these out. Didn't realize I wasn't on true black. But, you know. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, so if I go to, let's say this. See that? That's not true black. Let's try this. Oh, that's true black. Okay. Strange. Bizarre. Okay. Why is it leaving a ghost image? Why is that ghost there? It doesn't make any sense. Why is it ghosting? Why is the layer mask not... No, that doesn't... That's weird. Why is it ghosting on that? Did I screw up my paintbrush somehow? Flows 100%. Yeah. Well, let's try something. Let's see. Yeah, that's weird. It's leaving a ghost image for some reason. Huh. No, not doing that. Hold on. Come back in. Okay. So no. Why is it not... It's a mask. Is there a mask property I've somehow messed up somewhere? Hold on, I'm looking. Make sure I didn't... That's odd that the mask is not... Selection mask visibility. Selection mask visibility. I don't think it would be that. Selection mask. That's not what I'm working with. I'm working with a regular mask. Why is the mask not fully... Let's see. Hold on. It's odd. Procreate. I'm just searching for it on my phone. Procreate mask. Not totally opaque. Let's see. Masks. Issue with clipping. Well, it's not a clipping mask. It's not a clipping mask. not, I'll just say, opacity. Procreate mask opacity. Let's see. That's changing opacity of layers, but not... Yeah, it's throwing me off because you can clearly see that it's not actually masking it out. And I don't know why. Darker shades become more... I understand. Yeah. I understand. Select the layer you'd like to... Okay, choose mask. I understand. Apply alterations. Choose mask. I did that. Apply alterations. You can paint with black brush to create transparency. You can paint with a white brush to preserve opacity. Everything in between will render partial. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, see, that's... It doesn't make sense with what's going on here. It's not totally opaque. And it used to be. I don't remember it having this problem before. I don't remember this being an issue. All right, hold on. Where's the value? All zeros. That's pure black. There you go. Can't get any more black than that. Okay, that's what it was. For some reason, it just was not. It was not going to true black, even though it really should have been. Set current color. There we go. All right, okay. No, we're good. We're good. I don't know what happened there. Somehow was not going to true black, which is disappointing because I've been using it, but I mean, it's close enough that without the masking stuff, you probably wouldn't even see it, so it doesn't really matter, but it's weird. It's fine, though. I figured it out, at least. Because masking, whatever you paint, if it's pure black, it should be gone. Oh, whoa, I went way crazy on that. Sorry, I was talking, I wasn't thinking. Oh, okay, that sounds really stupid when I say it. I was talking and not thinking about what I was doing as much. That's better. That makes more sense. There we go. So there's that. Let's kick this back on. And now, boy, this whole stream is just going to be making the Minidisc, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Let's go ahead and create a new layer. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. Let's bring this... Whoa, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong pen. There we go. Let's bring this down to 5. And I'm going to do exactly what I did when I did this initial creation. Turn on Drawing Assist. There we go. Let's move that to the center of the image. Just right there, I think. Let's zoom in and find out, shall we? Where's true center? Well, I mean, I can kind of eyeball it. That's true center, I think. Oh, but I do need to also center it that way. Perfect. I think that's it. That looks even to me. So now what we do is turn off the assist layer. Do that. And on layer 1, we just change that to be... I like nice even numbers. Is that what it is? 15? No, 15, please. Oh, sorry. Minus 15, please. There we go. And on this one, let's see what this is going to be. Numbers are a better way to do this. 57, huh? 57 minus. Sensational. Duplicate. Let's see. What's the number on this guy? I like even numbers. I just do. Actually, 18.5 is fine. I'm okay with 18.5. I can live with that. I can live with that. All right, let's do more. Oh, right there. What do we got for that one? 5 minus. Boom. All right, next one. And as you can see, this is just an easy way to do this. So, so we'll say 27 minus. Close enough. This does not have to be exact. These are just shininess on the thing. These do not need to be even. 28.5. I'm okay with 28.5. That's all of them. So we go merge down, merge down, merge down, merge down. Check. Merge down. Oh, I missed one. Undo merge down. Replicate. And 165 minus. Sensational. All right. Merge down, and there we are. Okay. Let's get to our paintbrush. I don't mind erasing these. That's okay. Because, I mean, these are so easy to recreate. This is not really, really critical. It's just the shine. These may end up going away anyway when I do like the shininess, but probably not. I'll probably leave them. I like this type of stuff. But this I can erase because these are so easy to recreate. This is not. I am not concerned about it. Because you're not going to see those. Okay, that's the... But you see that fuzziness? See that? That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what happens when you alter things too many times. I'm not going to worry about it because these are only these light beam things, you know, like the reflections. They're not really that big a deal, and they're going to be very small in the final image, but that's what I'm talking about. You have to be careful because these lines will get fuzzy. And depending on what I'm doing, that won't work. And I would actually go into Photoshop, which can preserve it. It's weird that Procreate can't do it. I would actually go into Photoshop. See how fuzzy that is compared to the line that's next to? So if I take this, see how fuzzy that's become? It's bizarre. It doesn't do it on everything. You saw it didn't do it on the circles. But I would go into Photoshop and do it then because that would preserve the crispness of the image. Hold on, I'm just looking. So there is a... So what I want to do... Yeah, we're going to do this. So... okay, I can't do it that way. I need to use this. Because I'm going to leave that inner ring is going to have the reflections as well. The outer ring will not. Now that is not really accurate to a mini disc. The picture I'm looking at, the inner ring doesn't have the reflections. But that's the beauty of doing an illustration. You can do whatever you want. So if I want it to be shiny, which I do, now it's shiny. Oh, I saw my thing crashed. No problem, I'm gonna get it back. Uh-oh, whoa. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I don't usually see that happen. Give it a minute. I'm glad I saw it. I'll get a drink while it's happening. Oh, okay, well, it jumped on my screen hugely. There we go. Okay, so let's keep going. So, painting. Yeah, so a real mini disc, the reflections are only in that bigger outer circle. But for this one, we're going to have them be on the inside too, because I think it'll look neat. So, why not? And there's no reflections in here, because this is not, in fact, the shiny part of the mini disc. So, go ahead and erase that. That, and there we go. Yep, okay. So, and those X's are where the darker and lighter parts are going to go. So now we just have to do the, look at that reference image again. Yeah, there is a, there is an inner shell to this thing, which I could easily probably do. Where is the outer shell? I could probably manage it. What is this? Oh, that's that. If I combine that, let's combine these. I'm just curious what this is going to look like. It's the top. Merge in. Merge that down. That's basically your outer shell. There is technically an inner shell to these things that looks somewhat, oh, sorry, uniform. That would look somewhat like that, I guess. I could do that. Yeah, I mean, looking at it now, I kind of like it. That is kind of what it actually is. Hold on, let me see something. This wouldn't be a big deal to just refine that. Refine that. Come down here. I do kind of like how it looks now that I see it. So I kind of boxed myself in a little bit because I'm like, well, I like it. And since I like it, I'm inclined to leave it. Yeah, and if I leave it as its own thing, I can always get rid of it if I decide later I don't like it as much. That would be over that. Yes, right? Yeah. Oh, and the inner... oh, you wouldn't see it in here either. This whole thing is gone. You don't see any of that because the metal comes over it. Right. You know, I'm going to leave it for now. because I do kind of like it. I mean, the only problem with that, No, it's not a problem. Okay, I forgot. It's not a problem. I thought I had a problem there. I don't. Because this is not the disc. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this, because that was the only thing I'm like, oh, it shouldn't be intersecting the disc. It isn't. The disc is inside. It's just that piece. Well, it's not visible where this thing is, so it's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. No problem. We're fine. Okay. So yes, I'm going to leave it. I like it. I will have to move these circles a little bit. That's fine, because I don't want them to be right on the edge. Even though they technically are, I don't like the way it looks. So for the circles, the little circles, what is this? Oh, that's the ridges. That's the inner bevel. That's the outer bevel. Well, no matter what, we're not getting rid of that. So I can merge these down. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Those aren't going no matter what. And that, yeah. So I'm going to call this outer bevel, even though bevel isn't really the right word for this, but that's okay. Inner bevel. Again, not the right word, but that's okay. What is this? Oh, that's those. Well, those have to go with the... That has to go with that. That's going to stay no matter what's going on. Okay, what's this? Okay, we'll call this disc reflections. Oh, I didn't spell that right at all. Reflections. I know what that means, so I'll be able to see it. What's this? We'll call this disc ring. It's a good name as any. This is metal shield, because I believe that it does shield the actual thing. And we'll call this, of course, Minidisc. Actually, I'll just call it disc. The whole thing is a Minidisc, so we'll call it not disc. Thank you. Okay, we got it. So now we're going to drop down to, am I on the right one? We are. Let's drop down to, already on 5. What's 5 look like? Oh yeah, 5's okay. 5's good. 5's good. Nope, we're okay with that. All right, so what we're going to do here is, I didn't do this when I did the sketch. I'm going to do it now because it makes more sense. So let's make a circle. This circle this doesn't matter where it lines up with the rest of the image. This only has to exist for itself. And I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. And then I have to make a second circle. Well, I shouldn't have done that. So let's go layer up. And let's make a second circle right there. And let's do that. And now we'll turn this off. And we will move this to there. Okay. Oh, no. Why did it? I don't like when it does that. I shouldn't really complain about Procreate. A lot of things do that. Okay. Now, I need to combine that down. Now I can move this whole thing and duplicate it, which is nice. So let's bring this back. Come on, come back, buddy. Come back. There we go. So we'll move that. See, it's like I said, I don't want it right up against the edge. Even though that is, if you were to look at the actual mini disc, it is accurate. I don't like it. So I'm not doing it. Because I don't need this to be completely accurate. It has to look good to me. Ultimately, in the end, that is who you are really answering to, yourself. If you like the image, then it's right. Period. That's it. There is nobody else to answer to. Unless you're being paid. Then you have to answer to your client. So I should say it like that. If you're not being paid for whatever image you're working on, then you only need to answer to yourself. Don't worry about what anybody else says. What you think looks good, looks good. That's it. End of story. I used to do this myself, and I know a lot of people who do it. You get caught up in this idea of how something should look based on what other people are telling you it should look like. Don't do that. Don't do that. You form your own opinion on something. And that's what matters. Seriously. Do not go by what somebody else says looks right or doesn't look right. That's nonsense. What looks right to you looks right. And that's all there is to it. Just really. Like I said, I say that as somebody who does that a lot. I look at, if I saw somebody else who drew a mini disc and they did something different, my first reaction is, oh, I did it wrong. No, I didn't do it wrong. I did it the way I wanted to do it. That's it. Again, if you're not being paid. If you're being paid, then I'm sorry, you will have to consider those things. That's the nature of paid illustration work, or any type of paid client work, is, yeah, if somebody's paying you, then within reason, because there is even a limit to that, you should, somebody who's paying you something shouldn't want you to make work that makes you look bad. I will say that's one exception. Somebody's asking you to do something that you know looks bad and is going to reflect badly on you as an artist, then don't do it. Refund the money, say sorry about that, don't do it. It's not worth it. I've never run into that, but I know a couple of people who've done work, and they really don't like the fact that this work that the client told them to do, they would never want anybody to know that they did it. That's bad. That's not good. You don't want to have the risk of your name coming out with something you really truly think is a terrible representation of yourself. It's not worth, okay, I'm not going to say it's not worth any amount of money. Somebody gives you $5 million or money that you could live off for the rest of your life, then do whatever they want, and who cares? But that's probably not going to happen. That's a rare case. But if somebody came to me and said, I'll give you $100 million to make the most ugly piece of work ever and put your name in giant letters on it, I would stamp my name on it twice. Yes, that makes me a sellout than a sellout BI. Because that's fine. Then I could make my own art on my own and not have to worry about anybody paying me for it. And that would be a wonderful freedom. It really would. But short of that, certainly hypothetical situation, don't do work that's going to make you think that people will look at you and go, oh, well, I don't want to pay somebody who would do that. Because that's the thing, is you might get paid for that one thing, but it could cost you later. So, like I said, I do know somebody who ran into that, and they really regretted that they did the job. They got paid, but sometimes, and I know that some people will think this is absolute heresy when I say it, sometimes money is not the only thing you got to worry about. If you got to eat, you got to eat. Don't get me wrong. I don't want anybody to starve. But there is also a matter of kind of your personal artistic integrity, and that has a value too. Like I said, if it's between that and making rent, make rent. You got to have a roof over your head. There are times where you have to compromise. Compromise has become a really hated word in the modern world, which really bugs me, but there are times where compromise is fine. You can do it. It's not going to kill you. Like I said, some people think it will. It won't. Compromise used to be something they actually valued. But I don't want to get on a soapbox now. That's not what the stream's purpose is. But like I said, for stuff that's purely for yourself, you're not answering to anybody else. You decide what looks good. And it's important to recognize what you like and be fine with it. There was somebody, and I haven't talked to this person in forever, but there was somebody that I knew, artist, who had radically different styles for the stuff that she did for pay and for herself. Almost to the point where you would think it was two different artists. Once you saw enough of it, you recognized there were some telltale signs, like there were things that you would recognize, some hallmarks of her work, of her style. But most people probably wouldn't even, if you put the two things next to each other for the average person, they'd never be able to tell. They wouldn't know. And I was really fascinated by that. I thought it was really, really interesting. And she, that was a way for her to separate stuff that she really liked from stuff that she was doing for somebody else. It was interesting. I understood it. I understood when she explained what it was. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I understand what you're saying. So, well, our mini disc, I'm happy to say, is done. There it is. Yep, that is the mini disc. Let me, I'm not going to redo these circles. These circles are fine. Okay. I really don't need to have these all in separate layers. I can just name these plastic holes. I mean, that's what they are. All right, so we're going to call this Minidisc. There we go. Perfect. Well, it took a while. It took a while, but that's okay. Where is the, oh, sketches. So what I'm going to do with this, as you'll see in a second, just so you have an idea of why we did it this way, or why I did it this way. Oh, I have to put the, what do you call it? I forgot there's an indent to it. Hold on, so where's the outer bevel? This will work fine. This is a nice little trick. Watch this. This is so easy. Because I have to create that, you know, the edge to it, because it's supposed to be turned slightly. Let me turn all the rest of it off. There we go, turn this. That was not in the original sketch. I added that later. Here. Did I turn it off? There we go. Yeah, see, I don't even need that much of it, to be honest. I really don't. Don't need that much of it. Just needs a little bit. Come on, just give me a little bit. A little bit, guys. Just enough to give the indication that there's something else going on. Oh, and I have to do the... I didn't think about that. Yeah, this has to... It's okay. Where's the shield? Okay. Turn the assist on. Let's put this back to... What was I at? 10, I assume, for that? I'm not gonna... Whoa, no. That must have been 8. Looks too thick. No, I guess it was 10. Huh. Yeah, that's it. I got it. I'm not going to worry too much. These, I mean, they have to line up, but they don't have to be pixel perfect with this. I'm not going to see it. It's not going to matter. There. Not that one. Hold on. There, we got it. All right, turn the assist off. Let's erase that. Let's erase that. Erase that. Erase that. Then we come to the outer bevel. You know what? I'm going to mask this just in case for some reason I need something. I just want to make sure in case I have to change something later. I don't kill myself here with this. Oh. No, I'm going to leave that. For some reason I like the way that looks with the line in the middle. Like that. I kind of like that. I don't know why. I kind of like it. Yeah. Okay. All right. What was I saying? Oh, I got the outer bevel. I have to... This outer bevel, I have to erase everything that is not that edge. Because, see, it's screwed up. So I just need to do this. Come on down here. Erase all this. Let's blow that out. Make this really easy. There we go. Bring that back down to size. Okay. Oh. I'm not going to overthink this. Okay. So the reason I did that, this is what I was trying to show, is so now if I take this Minidisc group, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it. I'm going to go ahead and flatten it, turn this one off. And now all I have to do for the image is, because it's off center here, I just take this. Actually, let's duplicate 2 of those. And I just tilt it for what I need it. Now you'll see it'll probably fuzz the edges on this thing, but that's okay. Why is it? Oh, I didn't do it to the right size. Well, you know what? It's fine. Just do that. It's going to fuzz the edges a little bit, but I don't think it's going to matter. Let's see. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, turn this one on, and this one we're going to angle that way. Well, look. Oh, wow, and that one's smaller. That's hysterical. Wait, do I have it the right direction? Oh, because it's not the right direction. It's supposed to be like that. That's why it doesn't look right. Although it is still a little smaller. A little bit. Like that, maybe. That's good. But see, now I've got my mini discs arranged for the hand. So, and like I said, it does fuzz the edge. But at this size, because, you know, the image is this big, you're not going to see that. That's okay. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. That's where you have to decide, okay, this isn't worth worrying about, which it isn't. So I didn't intend the whole stream to be just creating 2 mini discs, but that's the process. That's how it goes. So on that note, I am very happy that the 2 streams are working, as far as I can tell. The crashing problem seems to be solved. Yeah, I've got the chat windows. Not that anybody was here. That's fine. It's fine, but it all appears to be working. So let's go ahead and pop my Be Right Back screen back up, and I can go ahead and de-sharify. That's not English. This thing. Anyway, the stream finally seems to be somewhat stable as far as the actual performance, which is great. And thank you for stopping by. Nobody was live, so I won't say live or later, because there is nobody here when it's live. That's okay. So whenever you get to see this, because I'm sure some people will see this at some point, thank you for stopping in and taking a look at what I'm doing here. Hopefully it's not terminally boring. I don't know. I hope it's not. You know, this is, like I said, this is the unvarnished process. This is how I do stuff. So I hope it's interesting to look at and see. Just get an idea. And on that note, everybody, well, there's nobody watching live, but if this posts on a Thursday, have a nice weekend. If it posts on a Tuesday, because I'm doing like Tuesday, Thursday postings of these videos later. If it's Tuesday, have a good rest of your week. If it's Thursday, have a happy Friday and a good weekend. Thank you for stopping by. Again, live or later, doesn't matter to me. I just appreciate anybody coming by and looking at what I do. Go try to generate some creativity on your own in some way. It doesn't have to be drawing, it can be whatever. Because it's good for your mind, your body, and your soul. And until the next stream, again, thank you for coming by and hanging out for a bit. And until we talk to you again, take care.